25, time to find out what oddities Josh Mabry has in the hot spot. Good morning, Mr. Producer Boy.
Good morning, Mr. Anchorman. And yeah, some oddities this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look. This first thing, it's interesting. Randy, you can go ahead and roll it. This little video, this is actually the Hubble Space Telescope back when it was launched many years ago. But it's illustrating a new technology, in our case, that's coming in Britain. It is a speed trap that you would never suspect. You're used to watching for radar guns and police officers on the side of the road looking for you when you're speeding. Well, Britain's government is testing a technology that uses satellites in space that can actually tell if you are speeding down on Earth. Believe it or not, it takes GPS technology and tracks your location from one point to another and calculates if you are going the appropriate rate of speed. So believe it or not, you may never be able to see them coming anymore in the very near future.
I don't like that.
I would imagine if this technology becomes successful there, it will become popular here. Supposedly, it's not that expensive and could free up resources on the ground. That's one reason the law enforcement there is excited to get this going.
I don't like that.
Yeah, nobody's going to like this one. So, everybody be good and drive those posted speed limits.
Drew would like it because he drives like a, well, like a slowpoke.
Very true. He's a role model citizen, Dave.
Yeah, well, he really is.
Moving on this morning, some news that I hadn't heard about. You're seeing the trailer for the upcoming Iron Man movie with Robert Downey Jr. Well, it turns out Robert Downey Jr. may be the Wizard, and I hadn't heard about this yet, the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. Believe it or not, Disney is in the works to make the prequel to The Wizard of Oz, the famous Wizard of Oz movie that's been around for so long. There he is. That's a still picture of him right there. They've been talking about this. Apparently, they've fast-tracked it, and partially in success with the success of the Alice in Wonderland movie. They think it'll sort of have the same feel as what people are speculating. This from the LA Times and Newser.com. I think this is really interesting, especially, I mean, The Wizard of Oz is a classic, and there's going to be a prequel. I mean,
and
come on now.
Huge connection to Kansas.
Huge connection to Kansas. Titles in the works, reportedly. The Brick was one they initially talked about, and now they're saying it may be called The Great Powerful. So, there you go. It would be the story of the wizard before he came to Oz and all that sort of jazz. So, keep a lookout for that. We'll certainly be following that one more closely with its connections to Kansas. And finally this morning, I hadn't run this yet, but I had seen it earlier this week. This is the Geezer Bandit, as he's being called by the FBI. This man, estimated to be between 60 to 70 years old, is robbing banks in California. He's robbed a number of banks, and the banks have pulled together and are offering $16,000 collectively for his arrest because he continues to rob them. I guess he's sort of unsuspecting. You should never rob a bank, but this proves you're never too old, I suppose.
Wow.
Anyway, he was last seen there wearing his Padres cap, so if you happen to see this guy, you might want to turn it in. You might be up for a $16,000 reward. I don't know if he'll make his way to Kansas.
Give me all your money. And why are the commercials so loud?
Either way, the Geezer Bandit, that is not a name I gave him. That is actually the name the FBI has decided to nickname him. So
interesting.
There you go. Little news out of California.
I can't believe he's still on the loose.
Yeah, I know. They haven't caught him. So
he's an elusive geezer.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Dave.
It is 5:28, and coming up on our next half